Reach for the stars, vocaltraining.com. Welcome to vocal tip number 1, the mask. Hello, welcome to Reach for the Stars vocal training tip of the day, vocal tip of the day. Today we're going to talk about mask. Using your mask in singing should be comfortable, and it's something that eventually you will need to become a master of, using your mask. Now, as it's suggested, you're singing in this part of the face, in the mask. Well, what areas of resonance do you think are connected to the mask? Around the eyes and the cheek and the nose, top of the nose and a little bit of the forehead, depending on the shape of the mask. Now, another thing to consider, that the mask is usually on top of the face. So that suggests that the mask would be forward. Why do I speak about the mask? Well, in my vocal approach, I try to take the pressure off of the throat and into a resonating area. So by displacing the pressure of the throat and placing it in the mask, or allowing it to be placed into the mask, we then free the voice and we put less pressure on the throat. Placing the voice in the mask, singing in the mask, resonating in the mask is a very, very important component of a good vocal technique, a sophisticated vocal technique. Singing classical music, singing opera, singing lieder, singing beautiful music requires perfect technique or a near perfect technique. And all of those require at least some attention into placing the voice in the mask. So the question is, how do we achieve singing in the mask? How do we practice singing in the mask? It's important to have a basis of a good teacher to understand how to sing correctly. So singing in the mask is what we're working on today. Okay. Let's give you an example today of singing in the mask. How about humming? Humming is a really great approach to feel some of the areas that you're going to be singing in the mask with. So, how do we place the voice or encourage the voice to be resonating in the mask as opposed to in the throat? One way that I think about it is to allow some space in that area and direct the sound in there. So let's say we're talking the cheeks. I think the cheeks are a very difficult place to find the direction of the mask, but let's try anyway. So let's concentrate on this little bone over here. In terms of vocalises and how to sing, like which notes in the vocal pattern, called a vocalise or singing exercise, I'm not married to any of these exercises. As a composer, I make up new ones all the time with students. They're based on arpeggios, 3-note chords that are jumping around the scale. So if the scale is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a chord would be 1, 3, 5. And many vocalises center around okay? So, and that could be reversed, and descending arpeggio would be Another tip for today, the mouth in my technique is a little bit closed, so the corners of the lips come in, which leads us to another point of a narrow feeling of technique, that your face is kind of in a narrow position, elongated, and the closed mouth helps that position. An extra tip for today, let's talk about the nose. That's part of the mask. We're going to allow the sound to go into the nose. So on the in-breath, you kind of open up some space in there. And I'll remind you, the tongue goes to the bottom teeth, not over the teeth, but behind the teeth, but leaning forward. So thank you for checking in my vocal tip of the week. This is David from reachforthestars vocaltraining.com. Please click on the link below and you will have the opportunity to have a free 15-minute consultation and a discount on our new course that we're rolling out this fall. Thank you so much, and have a really fabulous week. Reach for the stars, vocaltraining.com. Reach for the stars, vocaltraining.com.